Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge outdoor wall sconce. It's called banded with top plate, and there are lots of versions of these, some with one piece of glass. These are going to be the ones where they have two pieces of glass, where they have a seated clear glass closed at the top, and inside of it is going to be a piece of opal glass like that. So we'll get into the glass in just a second, but to begin with, let's talk about the numbers and sizes. So we are talking about the 35997, which is the smaller one, and the 35998, which is the larger one. This only comes in two sizes right now. The smaller one, the 35997, is 16.2 inches tall, and we're going to be talking about it from the bottom of the back plate to the top of the back plate. 7.9 inches wide and 6.5 inches in projection going out. This is just the back of it. I'm actually using one of the other fixtures that doesn't have the back plate because I don't have the back plate on display, but this is the one, same idea, that doesn't have that. So, moving on. Let's talk about the larger one, 20.3 inches tall. This is the 35998. 9.4 inches wide, projection out is 8 inches. So let's talk about mounting heights on these for a second. So I'm going to put an image right next to me of the back of one of these. You'll notice that these guys have a ridge, and that ridge actually forms, it's like a wall going all the way around it, forms a box on the inside. So technically, mounting heights where you put the junction box is going to be in the center. There's two holes right there, and it's going to line up with what's called a universal mounting kit, which puts it right in the center. However, because you have this kind of box going on, you're not pushed to do that. So it's not carved in stone, we'll say. So anyway, you have enough wire to get all the way up to here. So let's say you guys want to mount this higher up on a wall, you can do that. So if the junction box is way up here, you can do it. If it's here, it doesn't really matter. It's just, if you're not going to be using this in the center, you have to think about how you're going to attach this to the structure of your building. So there are two holes. You could use drywall screws or something like that. That's what I do in my showroom, but it just gives you that option, which is great. Okay? So after that, why don't we talk about glass now? Like I said, you have two pieces of glass on this. You have the seated clear glass, which is really beautiful. This is hand-blown glass. And then you have a piece of opal, which is our white glass, and that's going to act as a diffuser, which is right inside. So isn't that awesome? So that is going to be your glass option. And I'm going to leave this right up in front of me without breaking it. So it kind of gives you a little idea that you can check it out while we speak. So we talked about mounting height, talked about sizes on these guys. That's our glass option. Why don't we talk about what's inside? So these are going to be using a porcelain medium base socket, and this is the recommended bulb that I think you should use. Hubbardton says that you should use up to a 60 watt medium type B bulb, and a type B bulb is going to be just any kind of skinnier bulb. Remember, get that off for a second. You have to be able to get the light bulb into a piece of glass like this, and you're not going to be able to put in a normal A19 that you and I grew up with. Not going to fit. So the bulb I like to use is called a T10, and a T10 bulb is going to be kind of the shape of a hot dog, like that. T for Thomas, and then 10. Comes in incandescent, comes in LED like this. It's generally used in exit signs, so you can find it everywhere. Every hardware store in the world has it because it's used all over the place and it's easy to get. Usually these are going to max out incandescent for 60 watt anyway, but if you want to go for LED, you can totally get a 60 watt equivalent in different colors if you guys want. Colors of light is coming through this. It's really kind of up to you. Like, again, easy to get, and look at that. Beautifully fits right in there. Plus the other thing is, instead of on a lot of bulbs where the hot spot's going to be down on the bottom, because this filament is tall, it's going to kind of carry it up. So I think that's a great way to go. So that's going to be what you're going to be doing for this. Why don't we talk about finishes? If you guys are on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, midway down on the left-hand side, you're going to see some red tabs, and those red tabs are going to have a finishes help guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video at the top of that page. Feel free to watch it. It's really talking about indoor finishes. When you are done watching that, scroll down, and way down there you're going to see a chart. And the chart that's up next to me here is going to be the coastal finishes. So Hubbardton Forge has developed these outdoor coastal finishes, which are basically baked epoxy powder coats. And because of that, and because of what's underneath it, let's just stop there for a second and talk what's underneath it. So Hubbardton Forge, if you guys know by now for their outdoor lighting, they only use aircraft grade aluminum. And the reason they do that is because aircraft grade aluminum or aluminum in general, is the most durable metal in the world that's used outside. When you go to an airport and you see all those jetliners out there, they're all made out of aluminum. It's light, it's really strong, and it doesn't corrode in extreme weather. So Hubbardton makes all of their fixtures. And remember, this is the one without the top plate on it, but I'm just using it as a model. So they use all their fixtures are made out of this stuff. And actually, you can kind of see this is like one of the bands of one of these. Anyway, so going back to their finishes, their outdoor coastal finishes are epoxy powder coats, and they go over the entire thing. So you can look at every nook and cranny on this, and the whole thing is done in one shot. So it basically forms a tight shell, an epoxy baked shell on top of the aluminum. And because of that, they hold up beautifully in extreme weather. Oceanfront, mountaintop, there's not much you can throw at this that's going to hurt it. When you're on our website or you're on Hubbardton Forge's website, you're going to see a limited lifetime warranty. So click on that for me. It's going to walk through the warranty that Hubbardton has on this, and you can see they really stand up to they come up to bat, and they really are watching out for you. And these baked finishes are pretty amazing. So check on that for me. It's for residential use only. Keep that in mind. What could we talk about next? So we talked about glass. We talked about lamping, very important. We talked about where the junction box goes in the back. We talked about finishes. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No other dealer even offers that kind of thing. We do have restrictions on that for big, giant things like pallets, so just remember that. We're always going to tell you about those things ahead of time. In addition to all that, we actually offer a Rush program. So Rush takes you from Hubbardton Forge's 3 to 4 week production schedule down to a little under 2 weeks, and it's per line item. So let's say you needed like 3 or 4 or 5 of exactly the same thing. That's one line item, and it's super cheap. So if you guys do want these fast, drop me a quick phone call, 802-446-2400, or you can email us at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and I'm here all the time except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6, and I can kind of answer those questions for you. Let's go back to our showroom. So if you're not familiar with that, we have the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge here in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors, and including, I don't have this one with the top plates, but I have it without the top plates. I actually have the other banded ones with the top plates, so you can basically see everything, when you're, not everything, but 350 fixtures is huge, and Hubbardton doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. If you're on our website, go over on the left-hand side of the screen again, those red tabs, and you click on What's on Display. There's a What's on Display page. It's going to show you everything that's here before you guys make the trek to come up and see us. So after that, we also have a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. Amazing deal. I'll help you carry the boxes to your car. You have to come here to use it. So it's just another great incentive for you guys to visit us. So I think that kind of wraps things up. If I missed anything, or if you guys have any questions, again, showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And you can email us at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. And we spell out the word Vermont, or you can call 802-446-2400, and I'm here to talk to you. So I think that wraps things up. Any questions? I'd love to talk to you. Thanks for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.